I have a guest in the studio. Shola is joining me this morning. Lawale Shola, right here. Good morning. It's good to have you.
Good morning, Cecilia. Happy to be back in the studio.
Thank you.
With a lot of happenings in the world of football, sports, and
especially with AFCON around the corner.
Oh yes.
I just have one more day to go. Now, before we go into AFCON and all that, we have other issues to also talk about. Before we go on our first break, this time around, still staying with basketball, but obviously not international basketball. We are coming home where Lagos State Basketball Association launched a brand new league. So this is going to be huge, and it's going to be Eco Basketball League. That's what it's called, Eco Basketball League. So it's going to jump up tip of this weekend. And so the new name of the elite basketball competition, is that the teams residents in the state will be the one to participate. So the board of Lagos State Basketball Association, led by Mrs. Barbara Harper, announced this on Wednesday to newsmen, at Zimabawe Stadium, saying that it's going to be a huge one because they want to rebrand the City League, which has been off since 2016, and this is 2019. There's a new board in charge and everything, so they want to ensure that all the teams across Lagos be able to play, and it's going to start at Zimabawe Stadium this Sunday, that's 23rd, and of course 2 games at 3 p.m., another one at 5, and it's going to be running every weekend till August. Playoffs and the final will take place in September. So Lagos State are really ready to just do everything to ensure that basketball is back again.
I can't wait for the league to happen. I was so happy when I read the news that the Lagos State Basketball Association is organizing a league within the state. Well, it is an avenue to discover talents because the grassroots is more or less like a grassroots competition. When you do that, there are some players that are there that do not have the opportunity or the platform to showcase their talents. So when such things happen, it's very easy for the Lagos State basketball to grow. And when it grows, it will help our national team.
Absolutely.
But the Tigers, because take, for example, streets, communities, like a group of people can own a team. And they'll participate in the league. It is a very good thing. But one thing that, the other thing that I really like about the league is that it's given opportunities for us to discover new people in terms of techniques, in terms of coaching. While players at a young age, they will learn the technique because basketball, it's better you discover players at the early stage, right from the secondary school to the polytechnic and university. So by the time they hone their skill from that level, they take it to the state level. From state level to the national level, it helps the Tigers and the Tigers, our two national teams.
Absolutely, and that's what they're trying to do. And the vice chairman and technical coordinator of the Eco League, Eco Basketball League, this happens to be the former captain of the Tigers, that's Olumide Oyedeji. So he actually inaugurated the coordinating committee and all that for them to be able to, put it up in a way that everyone will enjoy this year's event. Hoops and Reed, which he happens to, co-own and all that, is part of the teams that will be participating. You also have Jordan Warriors is another team, Please Baton Flames, Customs, NAF Rockets, Raptors, VGC Pitbulls, First Bank also lead the way for the women. And you also have First Deep Waters, Dolphins, Mountain of Fire, and Miracles Basketball. That's a team that I don't know how they were able to do it, but they actually performed magic just being from nowhere. They came into the Elite League and, of course, almost got to the finals of the playoffs. That's another team also. Raptors also are part of the team. Custom Basketball, and all of them, they are also part of the team. That's for the women. So this is really remarkable for Lagos State, as you mentioned earlier, and also for all these teams who've been, since, thank God, the elite, the other one is starting very soon, July 1st and all. So it's going to be a busy one for all basketball players in Lagos, looking for an avenue and where they can really play this game and not having to be waiting and just waiting and waiting for the league, that's the Elite League. The other one, that's the one national level to kick off. All right, let's talk about the ITO Cup now, the men's round of 32 results here. We always talk about the ITO Cup as the tournaments of upset, of competition of upset. Now, this is the result, and you'll be wondering, there's one that will actually shock you. You'll be wondering, is this true? or is he forced? You get to that much later. But then this is what it's looking like. Lobby Stars beating Rangers 2-0. So Rangers, the good thing is they have a continental ticket. So they're out already. Gateway and Abia Warriors, expectedly Abia Warriors winning. Warri Wolves beating Ambassador expectedly. And Insurance beating Ekiti United. Also, Benin Insurance getting the 4-2 victory. Aqua United needed this game so much after failing to pick a continental ticket at the MPFL Championship playoffs. They expected, I heard the assistant coach talking about the fact that it is not negotiable. They will have to ensure that they get something out of this game. But then that 3-0, it's something we did not see. We thought, okay, maybe it's going to get into penalties. Maybe Rangers will equalize, but then they just couldn't get anything out of the game. It ended 3-0. Kinde Adedikpe, Bright Onyedikachi, and Osi Martins were the goal scorers. And of course, the Bride of Rivers got something out of it right there in Enugu. And the game against Delta Force and Synergy of All Eyes, because that's who they are. They were able to win on penalties 11-10. This was another drama on the day. You also have the game between Egumbe United and Niger Tornadoes 1-0, and Port Harcourt City and Economy Warriors. It was a walkover because Port Harcourt City did not show up. Is it because of? Okay, let me not see anything. Yeah. What? Some selected result right there. And still more, Katsina United and Shooting Stars. Shooting Stars, expectedly, they won. EFCC and Sunshine Stars. Okay, that's another upset there. And the biggest upset I've been waiting for is this one, Smart City, where the smarter side against Eimba 3-2. And Crown and Kwara ended 1-0, and Kwara had to win this one 5-3 on penalties.
What?
Okay, the Smart City or Aqua United, which one?
All. Okay. All. Well, the Rangers game, well, due to the, I would like call it, just playing for the playoff, really affected most Premier League team. I don't lie to you, because the schedule is too jam-packed. You just play the playoff and you know,
no time to rest.
Popasi, the chairman of Aqua United, was really complaining, but nevertheless, that was an embarrassing result against Rivers United.
Was it embarrassing? Rivers United
they're not there, but
okay, because they didn't get into the championship playoffs.
They didn't get into the championship and losing 3-0. It's embarrassing for
Aqua United.
But that's where I'm coming from. That's what I'm coming back to. Because Rivers United had a long time to rest, to prepare for the game. Aqua United, immediately they played in Lagos on Sunday. They had to travel down to Abuja to play again before they played this round. So it really affected them. Well, the most embarrassing result, the most shocking result of this competition is Smart City Enyimba. Nobody will have expected Smart City. I've never heard of them, but that's why we are in FA Cup. That's why we are in FA Cup, is a competition of upsets. But that was a shocking result. Another shocking result, EFCC Sunshine. Someone will have expected Sunshine didn't play in the playoff. They had rested, but you know, FA Cup, anything can happen. Because an unheralded team can come to the FA Cup and do damage to the top sides. So, Cecilia, to me, the competition has lived up to its billing, which is a competition of upsets, which is a competition of giant killers. So we have giant killers in Smart City now. We have giant killers in EFCC. So we have more. We have to watch out for them. We have to really watch out for them. Because for you to beat those teams, it shows that you must have that quality.
You mentioned earlier, there's these teams, they play in the championship north, and maybe because of that, the championship players, maybe that's the reason some of them are really tired now. Eimba, of course, they're the champions and everything, still celebrating. Okay, they won the other game, round of 64 and all that. Then this round of 32 was something that most of them, they were thinking, okay, this is a smaller side. We've got the players to actually do this. But remember, players get tired. Maybe that's what happened to these big sides, because Rivers United, yes, is a big side, but they were not in the playoffs, as you mentioned earlier. And also the fact that they had so much time to rest. So Aqua United have not really had recovery, knowing that they miss out, the continent, and all hopes were actually on this one. But being paired against Rivers United didn't do them any good at all.
Out of the 6 teams that were at the playoff, only Lobby Stars survived. That's an indication.
I remember the coach actually said it happens to be the fittest squad.
Yes, it said so. It said so. It said so.
That's what the playoffs.
But that fitness didn't show at the playoffs.
Only in
but
one
that fitness
game.
is now showing in the FA Cup. So, the FA Cup is now a route for the winner to go to the Confederations Cup. So if they put much energy playing in the FA Cup, well, it's worth it.
Yeah, I remember Gubert actually talking about the fact that he had to be rationing players because of injury to his some of his key players and all that.
Oh, yes.
And with that, you're also getting into the AFCON Cup round of 32. Do you think maybe, just maybe, they can actually, they could have shifted it, or subsequently, we may not have a bridge version again.
Yes,
but then maybe if we have situations like this, could they have shifted it by just 1 week? You know, maybe the games for those who played at the playoffs, they could have shifted their games by a week so that these players would have rested, you know, before going straight into another.
The issue at hand, Cecilia, is that they have a CAF deadline to meet up with.
Yeah.
Any shift will affect our participation in the Confederations Cup.
Okay.
But the blame still rests on the shoulders of the organizers, which is NFF. CAF must have given them this schedule. No, LMC, sorry. CAF must have given them this schedule a long time ago.
Yeah.
So with the jam-packed schedule, the tight schedule, it has really affected a lot of teams, Cecilia. But as I said earlier, we have to abide by the rules. We have to abide by what CAF is planning to do, and we get by the season. You have no choice.
Okay.
So we might not have, let me say, the quality champions in the ITL Cup, but nevertheless, it's better to have a team, not to have a tour.
You say we will not have quality. Okay, what are you saying? Okay, because Aimba out, Rivers United are still there, Aqua United out and everything. You still have Canopilas and some other big teams. So they're still there.
The reason I said that, you know what obtains in that league.
Okay, all right.
You know the top sides in that league.
Okay.
You know the teams that when they go to the continental level, they will do us proud. But with all due respect to Rivers United, as Riley said, and Lobby Stars, those are the teams too that can represent us as well. But with the level the giant killers are coming to deal with the top teams.
Okay, you're thinking one of the giant killers might just emerge.
They might emerge.
Okay.
They might emerge. They might be the season. No, we might have another Arugo FC.
Okay.
Yes. We might have another Leventis United.
Okay. Fan ID for the future. That's the whole essence. What do you make of this new ticketing rule? Is it good?
Absolutely, it's good. But the timing, it's what I have gripes about, in the sense that why now? That's the question I'll ask them. Why now? They should have put this thing in place a long time ago so that fans are aware of the new ticketing system. They'll get prepared and they'll go there. There won't be any hassles for them. When in this situation, as there are challenges already, people that don't have the IDs might be denied of getting the tickets.
Absolutely.
And, well, that's on the flip side. On the other side, it's absolutely good for security. We cannot take security for granted. You understand? In this kind of a competition of magnitude, there are some people that will now want to use an opportunity to cause havoc for the competition. So if the organizers are thinking of part of the security and checking the proliferation of ticketing, which what we normally call black market, it's good.
Okay.
Because they've introduced new technology doing that, and identification methods too. You can't just walk into the stadium just because you have a fan and start to watch football match. That's what they are telling you now. You as a person, as a fan, you have to be responsible to a level whereby you should be identified. So it's good. But going forward, I think, well, we, the fans, stakeholders, people in football, we should get prepared that for any competition we are going to. Now, it's not an easy passage to the stadium. Absolutely. You have to identify yourself. Which is a good one. All right, let's talk about the game itself now. The countries that are going to get it underway: Zimbabwe and host nation Egypt at the Cairo International Stadium. That's where it's going to be kicking off on Friday. Wow, it's so close.